Hello everyone, I'm the Clever Craftsman. My name's Aaron and I'm here with my son Brody, who is 6. And we have entered into a Pinewood Derby race. So we've got 2 Pinewood Derby kits here that Brody's gonna be working with. Yeah, so show them what you got, Brody.
Some wood, and you can cut your car with.
Yeah, so what's your design gonna be like? Tell us about what you're gonna do.
Really skinny.
He wants to make it skinny and thin, so it's aerodynamic. And what are we gonna do? What are those nails? What's that about?
It puts wheels on.
It's the axles. Yep. Are we going to do anything special with them? We're going to polish them. So we've been doing a little research on what it takes to be a winning Pine Derby racer. And we have found on the internet and doing some research that you want to polish the axles so that they spin really well. Also, there's a couple other tricks you can do to them. So the kits that we have here, they came with this official kit and has some instructions to it. And then the local race that we're going to enter in with the local Cub Scout group, we're doing this for NASBO, I should say. So NASBO is going to participate. And they've got some specific rules here for this race in particular. So we got to make sure we follow those as well. One of which is weight. So it says the car is not to exceed 5 ounces. And heavier is better because you have the weight to get you going. You've got that inertia. More, what did we learn about? Potential energy?
And more weight in the back.
Yeah. We also have figured out you want to put the weight to the back.
Not the front.
Yeah, because when it's on the ramp, if you have the weight at the back, it's higher up. And so it has more time to gain speed. So we're going to make the car lightweight, and then we're going to add weight at the back. All right, so let's weigh and see what it is here to start. All right, so we want our car to be as heavy as possible, but the rules state that it cannot weigh more than 5 ounces. So I've got a really nice scale here, and we're gonna weigh all the parts that come with the kit and see what they weigh to start with. So you got a body, and can you put on 4 wheels and 4 axles? Go ahead, Brody, let's see what it weighs. I'll show everybody here.
No, you can't put them on.
You don't need to put them in, just put them on the scale so we get a weight. So
Can I put the screws in?
They don't have to be in. Just laying on the scale is all we need to do. There you go. Okay, so no, just one body, one car kit, yep. So our scale weighs in pounds. So Brody and I did the math. 5 ounces equals 0.3125 pounds. So you can see here, the body he's got, so there's the body, 0.260. There's 2 wheels and axles. There's 3, there's 4. Okay, so to start out with, and let's make a note of this, the whole kit weighs
0.
Yeah, 0. Go ahead, read it to me.
5.
Oh, that's a 2.
Oh, 5292.
292 pounds. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the body over to the table saw and we're gonna make some cuts. And then Brody's gonna do some sanding on it, get it shaped like you want so it's real aerodynamic, and then we're gonna weigh it again. All right. Okay, so we've got our body here. The axles are these grooves in the bottom. Brody wants to make it real thin. He thinks it's gonna look cool if it's real thin and sleek and aerodynamic and lightweight, so we can put our weight where we want it at the top. So I've got the table saw here set to a 1/2 inch. We're gonna shave this thing down to just a 1/2 inch little sliver. So watch this go here. There it is. What do you think of that, Brody? Is that cool? Okay, Brody has a little sliver of a body, and you can see here the 4 wheels and axles weigh 0.030 pounds. Go ahead and put the cut down body on. So that's a 1/2 inch thick, 140 it ended up at. So right here is what we started at, and we ended up at 140. Brody, can you do that math in your head?
Wait, what?
That's how much weight we shaved off. It was like, I guess we could do the math. So 2 minus 0, 2. This would be a 5 and a 1.
Wait,
so we just removed 0.152 pounds. Okay. So now Brody wants to make the front nose of it like pointy, so it goes real fast, cuts through the air.
No.
Okay, Brody wants to make this thing really aerodynamic. So he drew on here with a pencil. Yeah, kind of wants the front to look like that. So we're gonna cut a chunk off here on the bandsaw, and then go over to the edge sander and sand it. You gotta turn it on first, dude. All right. Okay, so we're gonna come over here to the bandsaw. Brody's gonna put his safety glasses on. Okay, and you're gonna keep your fingers back, and I'm gonna help you make this cut. Okay, keep your fingers back here. Okay.
Why do you always make
Can you see the pencil mark? We're just gonna get it hard. How about that? Is that cool? All right. We'll go sand it off. All right, so Brody drew up a little design of what he wants his car to look like, and we've cut that little piece off the front with the bandsaw. Now we're going to hit it on this tool. This is an edge sander, so I'm going to do this one because it can trim your fingernails down real quick if you're not careful. So Brody is sanding his Pinewood Derby car here. He's smoothing it up so that the paint goes on nice and smooth, and making it so the corners aren't sharp. He's learning how to sand. He's learning that's not the funnest part of woodworking. As soon as he gets done with this, though, we're going to head over to the other shop where we've got some more metal-related tools, and we're going to work on the axles. And he is going to do some painting. He's pretty excited about that. All right, so after sanding on it and basically being ready for paint, it weighs 0.126. And we've got to get it to 0.3125 for race trim. So we'll be adding a little bit of weight.
How?
Well, we'll probably have to add like some little lead weights or some bolts or nuts or something. We'll kind of glue them on there to give it some weight. What? You think it's going to be ugly? I got an idea how we can hide the weight inside there where nobody sees it.
What?
Ooh, all right.
I have to take off one.
Yeah, so one other trick Brody and I have been talking about is we were reading the rules for the race we're going to, and nowhere does it say it has to have 4 wheels. So we're thinking if we eliminate one whole wheel and axle, look how much weight we save. It goes from that 0.13, 0.126 is what we had earlier. Look at that, we lose like what would that be, a 100th of a pound? So that's more weight we can put in the back. So I think Brody's is gonna have 3 wheels. All right, so as you can tell, we're just kind of designing this thing on the fly. And so little brother, we sanded his, he's taking a nap right now, so we just kind of took liberty and sanded his board for him. He can't use power tools yet anyways, but ended up by rounding his corners, we made it quite a bit lighter. And we don't want him to have a big advantage over Brody. So we're gonna take a Forstner bit right here. This is called a Forstner bit. And we're gonna chuck that up in the drill press. And Brody's gonna hollow out the bottom to get rid of some weight here. And then we will put it back on the scale and weigh that thing out and get it close to 5 ounces.
Get out of here.
Excuse us, kitty. All right.
Daddy, look.
Oh, excuse us.
Get in the bed. Move, Star.
Excuse us there. We're trying to film here.
Dad,
Okay.
don't you know, like, get out of here.
Calm down. Calm down. All right.
Okay, you know that's taking a video right now?
Yep. Go ahead. We're gonna make some sawdust. And run all the way down. We got the stop set so you can't go too deep. I wonder if we maybe could go a little bit deeper.
No. No more deeper.
No deeper?
I can't see there like this.
There you go. Okay, good. There you go. Okay, good. Okay, good. Good. Go slow, real slow. There you go. That's good. Good. All right, so we took this little piece of scrap wood and put some screws in it to set them on to paint. Brody, what color is yours gonna be again?
John Deere.
John Deere green. We got lots of John Deere. We've got this John Deere primer sealer that we're gonna use as the primer. So here we go. Okay, this is the primer. I'm gonna do banks for him since he's still napping. And a 3-year-old's probably not real good with spray paint. And Brody will do his here in a second. See that, Brody? You just kind of go around the edges, and then we'll do the bottom. We'll let this dry for a little bit, and then we'll flip it over and do the top. Okay, it's your turn. Here goes Brody. Painting his. Painting the bottom. I guess I should say priming. Priming the bottom.
Uh-huh.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
All right, so what I'm holding here is a nail. This is the axle that comes with the kit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna polish this surface so that it's real smooth and there's not much friction, because friction is our enemy. So show them the drill press here, Brady. You've seen us use several tools in this project. We used the bandsaw to make our shape. We used a table saw. We used an edge sander. But really, probably this drill press has maybe been the handiest thing. Of course, you could do it with a regular hand drill, corded or cordless. But we are just chucking up this nail. What we're gonna do is we're gonna turn it on. Watch how it spins. Look at that. So we're gonna sand this down. So let's get some sandpaper. So I've got a file here that's triangular. I'm actually gonna run it against the back of this head just to kind of true things up and make a little bit of a relief cut. That way the wheel can run smoothly against that. All right. All right, so I've got a little strip of, this is 320 sandpaper. And what I'm doing is just holding it up here like this to remove any imperfections from the axle in an effort to eliminate friction. And we're even going to hit the backside of this head of the nail. Alright, let's stop for a second. 1,000 grit sandpaper that we're going to cut a little sliver out of. We're going to use that on here. Oops, a little bit too wide. Let's turn that down. Okay. And you can do this part, Brady. Just hold it like this, run it back and forth. See how it's making it real shiny?
Mm-hmm. Here, you want to do it?
Yep. There you go. See how I was doing it? There you go. This is the key to making speed, eliminating friction. Brody's been working on these axles, polishing them up. So Brody has polished a couple axles here, and I want to show you. So this is the before of the little nail. So if I can get it to focus. There we go. So see the little imperfections in there? Like you've got a couple ridges. See that? There we go. A couple ridges. So we're not spending a ton of time on them, but just look how nice and shiny and smooth that is. Because that is where the wheel is going to be rotating it. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit of yellow paint now. You see yourself?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll help you keep it moving. Brody wants the back yellow and the front green.
No!
All right, stop. We'll let this dry, and then we'll go over the yellow with some green. Okay, ready? Okay, go. That's good. All right, now this side. Here, let's turn it a little bit. Okay, good. That's good. All right. You want to do a little bit on the front? Okay, good. Just keep it moving. That's good. Oh, I see a little run. We'll wipe it. Okay.
And then we can go over with green.
Yep. And then wherever you want it to be green, we'll go over that next. Decided he wants to make his look like a police car. So we got to paint it black instead of red. All right, that's good. All right, now come around this side. Do the back right here. Okay, ready, go. Okay, stop. Now, when you get to this side, let's turn it around. All right, do the front. There you go. All right. Now let's do this side. Ooh, there you go. All right, now the top. Ready? Go. There you go. Wow, dude, that looks awesome. Okay, we just gotta let it dry. Don't touch. Wow. It looks like a looks like a fast police car. All right, so Brody and I are wanting to put a little bit of a bend in these axles, and so we're over here at the press, and we've got the axle laying on a block of wood, in between 2 blocks of wood. Okay, go ahead, Brody.
Okay.
Okay, easy, a little bit more. Whoa. All right, that's it. Let's loosen it up. So we did this after, we're doing this little bend after we polished them, because you can't spin them in the drill press after they're bent.
Even tough.
See it here, Brad?
Oh yeah.
Got just a wee little bit of bend in it. Once the paint on the car's dry, we'll put these in and show you what that does. All right, we've got the paint done on the Derby cars, and I'll show you the police car that Banks worked on. So came up with this little light set to put on top, so it looks like a police car. And this one, I've went ahead and attached the axles and the wheels. This car, we're gonna do just 3 wheels. And I wanna show you the bent axles. So our rules for where we're racing at here coming up say that you cannot modify the wheels in any way at all. But it doesn't say anything about the axles, and it doesn't say there has to be 4 wheels. So we did 3 wheels, we didn't touch the wheels, but we did polish and bend the axles. And the back 2, I don't know if you can see this, but they are leaning, they're leaning like this and like that. And so the idea is, here, let's go like this. You can just see under here, they're just running on the corner, on that inside corner, but not the outside corner. Yeah, it's hard to see. Let's go to a brighter surface maybe. There we go. See that? Just touching on the corner. And then the front one, we actually leaned the opposite way. A little harder to see, but there it is. Now, the other thing is with these bent axles, oh, hi Brandy, hi. Over here, Brandy. Here. Okay, so I've got a tape measure laid out that is a straight line right here. We'll get a paw in the way. And I've marked out here at 3 feet. So with the bent axles, we marked with a Sharpie, like, see the black mark there? There we go. So that's up, and then you can take a pair of pliers and you can just twist that axle. Oh, excuse me. You can twist that axle. Let me get her down. Okay. So then you can, hello, Star. You can tweak which way this thing's gonna turn. So we want it to ride the rail of the track. And so we want this thing to veer to the direction that our wheel is on. So our wheel's on the right, we want it to veer to the left about 1 inch and 3 feet. At least that's what we're shooting for. We don't really know, we don't have a ton of experience doing this. So that was probably plenty. Let me show you how I would tweak that. All right, so on the front wheel, I've got a black mark here that points forward slightly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little angle out. So I'm gonna rotate it slightly towards the back. All right, now watch this. Okay, we're at 3 feet. Let's try it again. I don't think I pushed it real straight. And I might have went too much. There we go. I think it's about right. It's got just a slight, you don't want it cramming the rail too much or it'll add friction. I don't know, I might put a little bit of angle back in it, but you get the idea. That's how you do it. The back 2 you set to have your angle, and the front one you set to ride the rail. Okay, so we've got 3 wheels. We went ahead and just put 3 wheels on Banks' little police car too. They're numbered up, they're ready. Brody is John Deere what number are you, Brody?
51.
51, Banks is 52. And so now we're on the scale here, and I was gonna try to put lead weights in the bottom, and what I realized is that I didn't hardly have enough, like I need like 2 of these because we lightened our cars so much. So we're going ahead and just put a little weight on top. I had a couple of these all thread nut things. 0.3125 is the goal. So we've got these up here, and then we're just adding little weights on the bottom. So I'm going to take extra of those when we get to the official scale. We're going to add the weight to the back and just on the bottom as much. On Banks, we're going to fasten those 2 down, and then we'll fine tune it when we get there. So, all right, we're getting ready. We're about ready to go racing.
Brody's up to race.
And the first one.
Oh, Brody,
I'm
how are you doing?
scared.
You're scared?
I want your two cars,
It'll do
mine
good.
and Nathaniel.
I'm scared I can't watch anyone.
You have to watch. silly goose.
I don't like
Banks, root for Brody. He's up.
Your boat, your cards,
I don't know about this. I'm up.
Are you nervous? Here they go.
I got first. Got first.
Now Banks is up. Brody won big.
Go big. Go big.
Oh, please car. Please car. Please car. Please car. Good job. You did good. You gonna go get your trophy. Good
I'm gonna
racing.
get a trophy.
Okay, it's Brody's last go. Round number 4.
I can't watch. Please don't touch the cars. Please do win. Please do win. Please do win. Go, go, go.
Okay, so the racing is over, and we're gonna summarize how it went for us. So Brody, can you tell us how it went?
I got second.
Yep. Brody ended up second overall. He was beat out by 1/10 of a mile an hour. I have to look back at what the seconds were on that, but it was really close. This is the first time we ever did a Pinewood Derby. And so we were pretty happy with those results. We didn't really know what to expect. And Banks, how did your car do?
He didn't get a trophy.
He didn't get top 3. It's funny because both cars were basically set up the same. How we place the weight is the biggest difference, unless maybe the skew was a little different on the front end. But Brody's was about 10 mile an hour faster, I think, maybe 7. Brody was 215 on the scale, mile per hour. Maybe I'll show you that picture. And Banks was 208, I think, on the average. So just to kind of summarize what we did, we had 3 wheels. We had the car skewed a little bit to be a rail rider. We had it really light and then added the weight back in at the back. So did you have fun, Brody?
Uh-huh.
You have fun, Banks?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good job, boys.